Hello and welcome. So I'm going to discuss about Python variable. So this is the first variable. This is the first class where about the Python start with it is called Python variable. What do you mean so whenever you will talking about variable, so the interview perspective as well as major things. So one side you have Python having comparison with Java or C++. These are the all language, object oriented programming language. So these are the measures how they are behaving with variable. So in Java or C++, these are the what do we mean by statics? Once you have defined and throughout your throughout your class or wherever you're going to use those variable, that's going to same what you have defined. Okay, means they are those, so those variable become okay. You have to remember what you have defined. Okay, suppose x equal to I define 5, so this will be entire system going to always 5 u, but this Python give you variable as dynamic. What do you mean by dynamic? Suppose you have defined 5, after the certain moment of means 500 of code, after doing the some code you want to execute. So this is from 5 it become, this is the power of the Python. Okay, so this is called dynamic. It means whenever you need you can keep changing this declaration, but in Java and C++, this, once you declare, can't modify. For 50 you have to define another variable equal to 5, or you have to define at the beginning of the, okay. So you can't plan here, just that's why it's make it very easy. Those who are not real code developer guy like we are the networking, we are not stick with the variables. Once we define the variable, anything like x equal to your salary, would you define as a salary, it will be later on x equal to something as per your declaration. So you can keep on changing these variables. Period. Dynamic static. So
Yeah.
we don't have static variable concept.
Okay.
Now let's do, what do we mean by that? Let's do, and so I have already idle opening. It's file. Fine. So what I'm going to do, we are going to study. So I'm going to everything is study variable. So what is variable? Variable in that I'm going to define variable. I'm going to find anything just to you fast. So this is the variable equal to anything I'm going to define 1000 or 100. This variable means first number is a variable. Here, a variable. You can take any name, anything. How simplicity we have. And what is the culture, what culture we have to follow? We are always your variable with a small case with the underscore, don't give a space. Okay, in variable declaration don't give a space, and or you can take like x, y, z. I just taken this variable. Okay, equal to, I given 2. You can take any or anything like a 500. These are the variable, but you can change this variable anytime later on once you declare this. Let me show you.
Okay,
Just
so
I
Ashu, this variable should be numeric only, or this could be anything.
anything, excellent question. So let me name and the name. Okay, name is a variable, and giving whenever you give a string, you have to use double quotes or single quotes. Anything fine. Like I want to write Python. Close this. Single quotes or double quotes, anything. Let's print this. I want to see whether it's really this variable or defined or not. So just print, because I want to see the output on the compiler. So I have to print. Okay. So I'm going to take the name. What is name? Let's print the name. Name is a variable, and I want to print the name. So what do we have to? We have to say Control S and then run this. Or you do F5. I just F5. What is a Python 3? Can you see? I asked the print the variable name, print the name, the variable, and here name is Python. So they print. Okay, let me close this. I stop F5. I F5. Okay, okay. I commented out this. Do you understand this Python? Astush, I want to Python. What type of? Okay, later, let me come later on. You can do instead of name, you can do a control as F5, 500. So you have called the only variable a, and whatever the number here is. Okay. So this is,
If we
let me
print
print
all the
this.
variable together,
Print, and this you will give this type on type is another function. Tell you what is the type of, what is the type of this variable. I want to print the type of this variable. What kind of, I don't want the content, I want to print the types. So let's see what type of this name, the variable name, what type, what is that? Just click this. They are telling this is belong to the string. Name is belong to string. What? A. So it's the yes question.
okay, can we print all this variable together in a single, I mean, command?
Ah, okay. Let's try. That's here. We are the student. Let's the comma, and if these are able to print or not. So just the comma and into what printed or not.
Yes, yes.
So I will come on that. This make you very flexible to work. Just today we want to see the variable and those variable types. Only the two things we have to consider on this session. So I should understand the variable, maybe any name, numbers, or anything. So there is two things, integers, and there is a string. But apart from integers, let me give this as a 1 2 3. I given the point. Okay, and then let's see what happened here. What going to save this? Now we have the type of a, this is the still is the integer. Control F. Now it's telling it's a float, not an integer. This is float. So we have decimal. Okay. So let's give this as a minus. A minus. What going F5 still float. So we have integer. We have float. Suppose I did not given anything. Still it will be float. Just given the point. What going to So please test and do the type. So what integer, how many integer, or how what are the variable? Now Astos, you said I can change this variable. Okay. Suppose I just here declare the first number 100, then I given the first number equal to I want to see how dynamic is plus. Okay, let's see what going. The first number is defined as the first number itself and plus a. So this dynamic variable keep on changing or not. Okay, so I'm instead of here, I'm on comment and then save that and F5. So you they print that the first number is a float, but I want also the first number. Or within that only I'm going. If I don't want to print fast, the type print the type first number. You can give the float given the type of number and what is the first number. This is the first number. Again I'm going to run F5 on changing the as this 500 plus 100 when what 400 first number. Okay, still they are taking the 500, they are taking what have dynamic, but here they print this what the final. So they are not printing first number as 100, the number has changed as a 400. What is the latest? That is called dynamic. But in Java and other places, or after that, you have the first number 500 or 1000. Then what going to be print? Tell me, what going to be print?
That should be the latest one, 1000.
Let's see.
Yeah.
So you understand dynamic of the variable. Whatsoever you are doing does not matter. Once you change the value, that's the latest value will be your the variable. Clear, guys? Okay. Now let's move to some arithmetic. So we're going to see. Okay, I'm going to stop session here. Solve the variable. Now we will move this. We have to remember. Let me summarize this. Only the two things you have to remember. So variable are dynamic. Whatever the latest value we're going to give, there is that going to be taken care about that. And the always variable you have to come with the type. You want to check which type of variable. There is an int, a float, say string, or anything else. We will come to see that to what type of like boolean. Let me show you one. one more example, like if I'm going to give the variable, instead of the this I'm going to give and false, I'm going to write true. First number, you see, the true is not a word, neither is string. This is the color has changed, means this is special meaning of that. Let's run this. I'm going to F5 and see, this is the last boolean. You see, are you able to see at the corner of
Yes.
this?
Yeah.
Up. So this is the special. If you return false, false. So this have special meaning. Okay. So what is the first number? Here you can see that even how it's so. This is the false. So we will see later on this variable. Whatever you going to give latest to this that variable, that going to provide all the pre dynamic. That's all. So we have to remember only the two things: dynamic variable. Second, how to write the variable. So always the best practice, always write with the small case. And whenever you want to separate with that, don't use the space. You have to the underscore. Right here, guys. So we study type of print. First, second type. Study print type. False, and these are the specials. String we are always use single quotes or double quotes. Any questions?
No.
Thank you so much. I'm going to see you in next class with the arithmetic operation. Bye bye.